Welcome to Spiritual Mystic. I'm Katrina, and this is your Oracle reading for February the 14th, 2018. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone out there celebrating it. And I want to say, and I swear, I do not plan these cards. They just fall into a certain order as I'm pulling them. The spirits pick the cards, not me. The card for today is the Goddess of Compassion. This is not about love for another person or with another person. Okay, so it's Valentine's Day. You're not in a relationship, or maybe you are, but the other person, whoever that may be, doesn't get you yet, or it doesn't quite express love the way you do, or doesn't get into holidays. But there's something you really want. Go do it yourself. If you're a woman, and you're sitting there and you're thinking, I would love to have a dozen red roses. You just know your husband, your boyfriend, your significant other, whoever he is, or she is, isn't going to get you a dozen red roses, or a dozen white roses, or a bouquet of calla lilies. Go buy them for yourself. Give yourself that gift. The message of this card is self-love, self-compassion, self-empathy, self-forgiveness, self-acceptance, and self-unconditional love. We find it really hard to love ourselves. It took me years and years and years. And at my age, I look back and I think, if I could go back in time to a certain age with the wisdom that I have now, if I could just even get a message to my past person that I used to be, I would tell myself how to love me. I would tell myself all the mistakes I'm going to make and how horrible I'm going to feel and how important it is not to necessarily avoid the mistakes, to cut myself some slack and forgive myself for those mistakes. We're not victims, but we are, at least as small children and adolescents and preteens and even teenagers to some degree, overly influenced by family, friends, parents, society. And we get conditioned to it, so to some degree we allow it to continue to happen as we are adults, although I personally am learning to break that mold and not care whether society likes the way I do anything. But we're going to make mistakes, and the point is to learn from the mistakes and then forgive ourselves. It's not to avoid the mistakes. If we didn't make mistakes, we would never learn. And sometimes the biggest lesson in making a mistake is learning about ourselves. That's the lesson sometimes in a mistake. It's just getting to know ourselves better. It's seeing a shadow inside of us, a shadow part of our personality, a piece of us that maybe we didn't know was there, or we knew it was there and we didn't really like it, so we thought we'd just pretend it wasn't, we'd deny its existence. Or we knew it was there and we couldn't deny it, but we didn't know how to get rid of it. Forgive yourself. Cut yourself some slack today, every day. Today is about the Goddess of Compassion. Be your own goddess. Even if you're a man, be your own goddess today. Be your own God today. You can share that with another person. You can be in a relationship and you can have a great, loving, passionate, intimate, romantic day. The only way you're going to have that is if you love yourself first. I had a client ask me one time, she said, if I move to such and such a city, am I going to finally find love there? And I said, no, you're not. You're not going to find love anywhere. Because what you're looking for outside of yourself is missing inside of yourself. You've got to find it in here first. No one's going to love you especially unconditionally. No one's going to love you just the way you are until you love yourself. Love yourself unconditionally. Love yourself with wild abandon. Tell yourself you don't care what you look like, how much you weigh, how you dress, nothing. Just love yourself. Totally and completely, unconditionally, passionately, wildly, with total abandon. And then other people can love you too. That's the message for today. You know that the links for my website's on this video. I hope everybody has a love-filled day, and I will see you tomorrow.